Students, now I'm going to concentrate on animal tissues, which is coming for this year 2020 for a board exam. There are many questions might come for single mark, 2 mark, 3 marks, and 5 marks also. So from only one big, which is epithelial tissue, single many questions might come. So you keep focusing on that, and even other tissues also. If you thoroughly read this, you can score many marks. So here describe various types of epithelial tissue with the help of labeled diagrams. So observe the diagrams also, then you can extend that. See the diagram. So especially epithelial tissue is a tissue made of one or more layers of compactly arranged cells that generally covers external surface of the means below the skin, which like otherwise around the organs, body organs, which underlined by a basement membrane. So these are like simple epithelium, simple squamous epithelium, cuboidal epithelium, columnar epithelium. See the diagrams which are like flattened cells. The first diagram which has A, those are single layer of cells which contains basement membrane and nucleus and cytoplasm. Every cell contains nucleus and cytoplasm. Okay, so these simple epithelium present in body cavities and ducts and tubes. The squamous epithelium, which is present generally in blood vessels, air sacs, lungs, islands. So the single layer of flat cells tightly linked together. Okay, so cuboidal epithelium, which are a bit elongated, a bit bigger than cube shape. Those are first ones are squamous or flattened. The cuboidal will be like ice cube size, the square shape. So these cuboidal, if suppose they ask where it will find, where otherwise the cuboidal epithelium shape, otherwise function, or else. So these cuboidal epithelium will be tall as wide, centrally placed centrally. In the center, nucleus will be there. Main function is especially you need to remember the secretion and absorption. So these where these cuboidal will be present, it means the sweat glands, the thyroid follicles, the salivary glands, their cuboidal epithelium will be. So brush bordered cuboidal epithelium, cells having microvilli on their free surfaces. So uriniferous tubule, pancreatic duct, and a testis ovary also contain cuboidal epithelium. The questions can come many kinds because the answer they will give you for 1 mark and what kind of tissue it is they can ask. So like so then you can elaborately write like that. So what is cuboidal epithelium? Where do we found this? What are mentioned different types of simple epithelial tissues and found in the animals where it found and different kind like with the help of neat labeled diagram explain the structure of squamous epithelium. Okay, so here describe various types of epithelial tissue with the help of a labeled diagram. Same. Again, in that the third type is columnar epithelium. The cells, see this, the cells, these very elongated, which are basally located. Nucleus will be little bit down. This is also for secretion and absorption. Intestine lining, stomach and gallbladder contains. See, in many NEET questions also this columnar epithelium has come where it has found. Like that, which are again another kind is ciliated epithelium. The cilia present on the where it present, even nucleus also elongated here. The free surface of columnar and cuboidal cells will have the ciliated epithelium are covered with the one line of cilia. The cilia help in moving fluids, particles and mucus in a specific direction. So it occurs in inner surface of fallopian tubules and nasal passages and branchioles. Okay, so the epithelial tissue with the type of labeled diagrams. The pseudostratified epithelium. In that fifth kind is pseudostratified. What is the pseudostratified? See the diagram, a bit elongated, and it consists of single layer, but some cells shorter than others. See, there are some are shorter here, okay, and some are elongated due to difference in size of cells. Epithelium 2-3 layered, and pseudostratified. Pseudo means false, false stratifies, straight, columnar. So urethra and parotid salivary, in the salivary glands it is present. So large cells are ciliated, occurs in inner lining of our nose, nasal chambers, and trachea, respiratory. The large respiratory, the respiratory system contains the pseudostratified epithelium. It helps in moving mucus and foreign particles. See the short cell and long cell. So another one is compound epithelium, which is again stratified, which is straight, the multi-layered cells. These compound, see, we have discussed as of now only simple epithelium types, which are 5 types. Now we are discussing about compound epithelium, which is containing multi-layered cells, not a single layer like a simple lowermost. So protection against mechanical and chemical stresses, limited role in secretion. It won't. Generally simple epithelium contains in secretion and absorption. This will be protective against the stress. The problems comes in the body. Okay, during any not well health, unhealthy times, and surgeries. It covers dry surface of our skin and moist surface of our buccal cavity. So the types are, the first one, stratified squamous. Don't get confused by the simple stratified and compound stratified. Then simple stratified, and this is stratified squamous. Okay, the cells of the stratified squamous are pharynx, cornea, anal, and these. So when you learn about differences between these, you will learn one by one. So again, stratified cuboidal, stratified columnar, stratified ciliated. Same like that, simple columnar, simple ciliated, simple. You make a differences between these columns. If you keep your own mind map, then you will find out the differences easily to remember. It won't come in a one day. So do your hard work. Okay, so the stratified cuboidal epithelium, the outer layer of cuboidal cells and basal layer, and epiglottis stratified, and these. Okay, so the transitional epithelium, which are again bladder, ureter distribution. Urothelium contains thin and stretchable. See the diagram, and on the basis, and glandular, which is glands, which contain glands. The glands, which are another kind, which are like, see the before one we go, the transitional, and glandular, which are like unicellular, which are a single layer, multi, many cellulars. So unicellular are mucus, alimentary canal, multicellular salivary glands. So these contain, especially the types are like, this is the little more complex than simple and compound. So it consists of epithelial cells synthesized intracellular, which are pancreas, adrenal glands, glycoprotein, four of the same, and glands can be unicellular, and so single celled. So exocrine and endocrine glands. Exocrine glands, which are like endocrine, are like thyroid, parathyroid, thalamus. These you will learn in further. But here the ductless glands are, if suppose they ask a duct which don't contain the passage, which is a duct to that secretions into blood. The ducts will pour the secretions. These will reach the target, which does not have duct. This reach the target where it has to act. These are blood, lymph, where the secretions go. So the exocrine glands, which contain milk, saliva, mucus, the goblet cells, salivary glands, these. So another kind will be there, which are heterokine glands. both exocrine and endocrine called as pancreas. Pancreas is there in endocrine and exocrine. So it is called as heterocrine glands. Okay. So another one is merocrine glands, apocrine, holocrine. Okay, merocrine is the secretion in discharged through diffusion. So which are like apocrine, glandular secretion, and holocrine. So again, modified epithelium, germinal epithelium, glandular, and pigmented epithelium. Okay, retinal layer in contact with choroid of eye, the sensory epithelium. So the differences are main. It will make you, if you suppose so first of all, adipose and blood tissue there is there. Another one which is adipose is fat tissue. The blood is which contains blood, RBCs, WBCs. The adipose tissue, which is a loose connective tissue beneath the skin. This one will be there in RBCs, WBCs. So adipose tissue secrete store fats, and this is the most time this question comes. So another kind, you can read dense regular connective and dense irregular connective. So in this tissue, the collagen fibers are present in rows between many parallel bundles. These dense irregular are fibroblasts and occurs in dermis of skin, walls of blood vessels, and present in the skin. Simple epithelium complex you can easily write, because simple is always single layer, that is more layers, basement membrane, and this is tubules ducts, that is against to stresses. Thank you. All the best.